Hello, welcome to this online Millionaire Merchant Masterclass. I want to thank you for making a decision to learn through this fantastic teaching. I want to assure you that by the time we are done, you're going to have fantastic knowledge, impressive intuition, and creative capacity to be able to handle merchandising. So, what's this masterclass about? Like I've earlier said, it is the Millionaire Merchant Masterclass. It's my way of encouraging you to begin to think of going into merchandising. Merchandising is buying and selling. And a lot of people, particularly professionals, consultants, need to begin to think about selling and buying things. Okay? So when you talk about merchandising, you talk about retailing, wholesaling. You want to look at fast moving goods. You want to look at all of the different products you can merchandise. So maybe you're a professional, you're an interior designer, you're an architect, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer. You need to begin to realize that a client-based business, a business that depends on receiving money from clients, might not just be enough. The challenge with this is when a client does not pay you, you don't make money. When you don't get a project, you don't make money. But beyond that, there's a critical revelation that I need to give you. Recently, we handled a project, and this project was a 500 millionaire project. As the architect on this job, all we got was 1.5 millionaire. So you can imagine, the project is valued at 500 millionaire. As architects, we got paid 1.5 millionaire. Now, under normal circumstances, as consultants, we should get 10%, which is 50 millionaire. But because of the economy, a lot of clients don't want to pay so much. But I want to ask you a question. Out of this 500 millionaire, who do you think is going to get the bulk of the money? Remember that in construction, you have the consultants, people who do the design, the architects, the structural engineer, the civil engineer, the quantity surveyor. But you also have the contractor, the person who is going to build. So when we say 500 million, that is the total cost of construction. So when you have total cost of construction as 500 millionaire, it means that you're going to pay the consultant, you're going to pay the contractor. But do the consultants think about who is going to make the most out of this 500 millionaire? What do you think? Tell me. What do you think is going to make the most? Is it the consultant? Is it the contractor? What's your answer? Let me give you a moment to think about it. If you already have, I will tell you. The person who is going to make the most is the supplier. Can you imagine that? The person supplying materials, the person who is going to supply cement, the person who is going to supply granite, sand, sanitary fixtures, ceiling materials, plaster of Paris materials, who is going to supply paint or wall finishes, that person is going to make far more money than the consultant. And you know what? Most of these suppliers are not even educated. And that is why I say common sense is not common. I want to challenge you to think about how you make money and what part of the divide you belong to. Because I'm going to be very honest with you. Sometimes us educated people are not as brilliant as we think because we do not understand money. We don't. So this is the question. If the supplier is going to make the most, then it is time consultants, professionals, creative people start to take seriously merchandising. And you can do it. Merchandising is low skill. You don't need to go to school to learn how to buy and sell. All you need to do is understand numbers, understand product selection, understand product sourcing. What kind of products will our consumers love? What kind of products will move fast? Right? So let's quickly go into this training, and we'll take this one by one. By the time we are done with the class, you'll thoroughly and totally understand my concept for consultants and professionals to go into merchandising. So once again, this is the Millionaire Merchant Masterclass, and this is my aim. In 6 months, I want you to become a millionaire. In 6 months. In 6 months, I want you to make millions from merchandising. If you make up your mind today that you will work with me to make millions, meaning way more than a millionaire in just 6 months, then you and I can work together. Let's go. So the very first slide we're going to be looking at, and you see this on the screen, is my sustainable business concept. My sustainable business concept. And what does this mean? When you want to start a business, including merchandising, you want to ask yourself, can this business sustain itself? If I am marketing a product, what it means is that the consumer must always need this product. So there are two ways to look at sustainable thinking in business. The one way is, how many people need this product? So it is either people are coming back to you, what we call repeat purchase. The repeat purchase tendency must be high. So people must buy that product, use the product, discard it, come back for another one. This is the example you have in your mobile phone mobile phone technology. People will buy a recharge card, they will use that up, they will buy another one. That is sustainable. When you buy a water dispenser, you're in trouble, because the manufacturer is also selling refilled water. So you have to keep buying bottle after bottle after bottle. That's sustainable thinking in business. When a manufacturer manufactures a car this year, another car comes out next year. Why? It's because they want you to come back. If you're not coming back to replace your car, they have to replace spare parts. They will never manufacture spare parts to last forever. Nothing does last forever anyway. So you have to keep coming back. So you can see sustainable thinking in all of these things. The most expensive shoe must wear out. You must buy another one. Do you know that there are some phone manufacturers who have designed their phone so that you cannot use that phone for more than a year? It's sustainable thinking. Nobody wants you to buy one phone and you never buy a phone from them again. They will go broke. They will go poor if they do that. Right? So you see, sustainable thinking in business is important. Don't just jump into any business. If people don't need that business in the future, you are in trouble. You will waste capital, you will waste resources, you will waste effort. So is my business sustainable? That's a good question. So these are the two ways. Let me recant. Number one, you want to ask yourself, will people come back? Is there repeat purchase? Then the second thing is the population. If people are not coming back, then the number of people who are buying your product or service must be very large. So that it is impossible for you to sell to everybody in many years. In fact, many generations will not still be able to sell to everybody. So you see the way sustainability works. It's either people are coming back or you are selling something that a lot of people need, and you don't have the capacity to sell to all of them, then you're in business, right? So here I wrote, you want to ask yourself these questions. Question one, how many people need the product and service? Very important. How many? Then two, how frequently do they need it so that your business self-sustains? The critical need for your product must be constant. So what it means is that your product must be an essential product. And a lot of products like that, but we'll soon come to that when we look at product selection. Right? Good. So let's go quickly to the next slide. The next slide talks about demography. And demography is understanding or the measurement of population data. Now, there's one advantage Nigeria has that a lot of other countries do not. Nigeria has a very big population. Very big population. You need to realize that a lot of people may be running away from Nigeria. But when you analyze those who are leaving Nigeria, you realize that most of them are employees. People who don't mind looking for greener pastures, looking for jobs abroad. Entrepreneurs are not going anywhere. Most entrepreneurs are staying in Nigeria. Why? Because of the number. Population is one advantage that Nigeria has. Think about it. Do you know how much cowbell or any other milk product sells for? You can buy a sachet of powdered milk for 50 naira. But do you know that Nigeria's population, when I look at that population data, Nigeria's current population is 200.96 million people. 200.96 million people. I want to do a math for you. You can do this mathematics yourself. Let's just look at the calculator. I'm going to type this in and do some simple calculation for you. Let's assume that a manufacturer is only going to sell to 100 million, right? Not even the 200 million people we have in Nigeria. We want to sell to just 100 million people at 50 naira per sachet. That is going to give us how much? 5 billion. That is if only 100 million people buy one sachet each. It means that they are making 5 billion naira every day. If one person buys a sachet, 5 billion naira on 50 naira products. That is the advantage that Nigeria has. So maybe you are considering running away from Nigeria. You should rethink that. If you go into merchandising, you can become a millionaire. Just look for a product to sell. So let's quickly look at Nigeria's advantages as far as demographical data is concerned. The businessman must consider demography. You want to understand population. How many people do we have in that specific locale? Do you want to sell to Lagosians alone? Do you want to sell to all of Nigeria? How many people do we have in each of the states? You want to understand that. Who is your target market? You want to understand the demography surrounding the target markets you want to appeal to. Are you appealing to babies 0 to 5? Are you appealing to adults? Are you appealing to teenagers? You want to look at that. There's data for everything. So when you check your slide on this online platform, you will find a demographical data slide showing Nigeria's demography in 2016. To the left, you will see male. To the right, you will see female. You will see ages 0 to 4 all the way to 100 plus. For instance, for ages 0 to 4, boys are 15 million boys in 2016. For women, for girls 0 to 4 years old, you have 14 million. You can imagine. If you are selling diapers, it means that you have a target of almost 30 million babies. 30 million babies in Nigeria. You can imagine. Multiply that by whatever margin you have. 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. You are in billions. Okay? So let's move to the next slide. So what's Nigeria's market size? Total estimated population in Nigeria for 2019, like I mentioned earlier, is 200.96 million people. That is staggering. And it's growing. Males, 50.67%. Females, 49.33%. So that's almost 50-50. Lagos alone has 17.9 million people. Abuja has 3.1 million people. So if you're going to do your business in Lagos alone, depending on your target market, the total population is 17.9. That's fantastic. Imagine looking for a fantastic essential product to sell to 17.9 million people. You are a billionaire. So you see, business is not as difficult as people think. You just need to get the right exposure, the right education. And that is what I'm doing here with this masterclass. So Nigeria's growing middle class accounts for approximately 23% of the population, and it is estimated to have a combined buying power in excess of $28 billion. Can you imagine that? Nigeria's middle class has a buying capacity of $28 billion and above. Are you ready to make a share of that amount? I'm sure your answer is yes. If it is, move with me. Let's get to the next slide.